I would love to talk about how stress and anxiety have improved with GLP-1s and the science behind why stress and anxiety can be improved with them. Starting off with the science, GLP-1s are in our entire bodies, everywhere, not just in our guts. They are in our brain and they affect our hypothalamus and our brainstem. And those are our reward centers. Dopamine, serotonin, places like that reward that, and they can help regulate when we have like a dopamine addiction, cravings. They're also, GLP-1s also help maintain blood sugar. When we have blood sugar spikes and falls, it causes us to have extra cortisol, extra adrenaline, things that amp us up and cause interior inflammation, and stress and anxiety feed on that stuff. And having a maintained blood sugar helps us like keep that stuff down as much as we can. There's also preliminary data showing that it can help with inflammation in our brains and helping the stress and anxiety, like imbalance of chemicals in our brain, just be reduced through reduction in inflammation in our noggins, which is pretty cool. Also, early research that this might affect what's called our HPA axis, which regulates stress and kind of combats and fights stress. And this can help us respond more calmly to stress in our lives, which leads me to my next point, which I was constantly stressed about food. My food noise was panicked. My food noise wasn't like a calm, whatever. My food noise is like, where are you going to get your next food? Do you have a big enough supply of food? Like, what if you get hungry? What if you get thirsty? Like, whatever. So I was constantly like reeling on this like squirrel hoarding tendency of food because I wanted to have food near me all the time. And that craving reduction, the food noise reduction really eliminated that like mundane stress that was like always there, maybe not mundane, but just always there in the background to leave my brain more space for other thoughts that aren't panic. And the last point I'll make about this is I had a lot of stress about like societal and cultural pressures on like what I should be doing. And that includes like diets, like what my body should look like being fit or fat, and all of that. That's societal pressure where I'm shaming myself internally. The fact that I've like reached some goals like also help fight stress and anxiety too, like getting those little hits of dopamine from activities, but goals of looking and feeling confident. So I'm not constantly just saying like, oh, people don't like me, I look weak, I'm fat, whatever. That being gone honestly helps my mental health a ton too. So if you have any other ways that stress and anxiety can be improved with GLP-1s, drop them in the comments. I'd love to know. And I'll also just touch on the other thing. I get stressed when I have to give myself my weekly shot. It totally stresses me out, but I've done some breathing exercises to help me with that. And if you're interested, drop in the comments and I'll share those too. Love you all.